Why am I in the bushes? It's a flight simulator. Who am I hiding from? Hello folks, welcome to another video here in the Microsoft Sim. Welcome to another video featuring this aircraft, the Diamond NG that just got a bit of a kick. What happened there? Someone moved in the back. Did you see that? Did you see that movement, or am I having another stroke? Bit of both maybe. Folks, welcome. I hope that wherever you are safe and well, that you're enjoying your simulation. Let's turn Jude on. G'day, Jude. Oh, hello. You're not Jude.
No shit, Sherlock.
You've got her attitude, though. Who the hell are you?
The name is Lee.
Lee. What's your surname, Lee?
Lee.
No, I asked for your surname.
Lee.
Oh, is this one of those bloody who's on first things? So Lee, is it? Don't mind me while I sit on your lap, Lee. How are you, mate? I don't think I've met you before. Have I?
You would remember.
Oh, I'm sure I would remember those chiselled features and the 3 o'clock shadow sort of thing happening. Yeah, I mean, you scrub up all right, mate. You cut a fine figure. Welcome aboard, champ. Why are you here?
We're taking medical supplies to Jude.
Medical supplies. So is that medical supplies in the sort of quotes? Is that what we're talking about? It is Jude after all.
I didn't ask, mate.
Right. Okay. So let me share this with you. I've known Jude for a while. When she says medical supplies, she means the good stuff, mate. So, yeah.
I just do what I'm told.
Yeah. Fair enough, mate. That really does. It pays to have that attitude with Jude, mate. Ask no questions, you'll hear no lies. Do you know where we're going?
Kerikeri.
Kerikeri. Where the hell's Kerikeri?
You're the pilot. Work it out.
Let's yeah, shall we look at, did you bring a map at all? No, you don't have anything. My guess is if I turn something on here, mate, the displays will tell me. Will they? Once it gets the alignment stuff done. Well, it's got something plugged in. I know where we're starting. This is Waihi Beach, North Island of New Zealand, folks. And shall I zoom in Kerikeri? So, it's a fair way off, isn't it? So we've got a 90-mile run to Copper. It wants us at 25,000. I don't think the Diamond's going to get to 25. And then is that an NDB or is that a VOR? And then into Kerikeri. So total sort of duration, that's 89. That's 37. Yeah, do the sums. 170 something. Is that about right? Up to Kerikeri. Let's just zoom out the range a little bit. Where are we going? Is that north? It is. Oh yeah, righto. Towards the top of the North Island here in New Zealand. Folks, you learn something new every day. Folks, I'll get us started. Welcome aboard. Welcome to another video where everything's made up and the points don't matter, folks. We will get out onto the runway, Lee and I, and we'll head up to Kerikeri and deliver the much-needed medical supplies to our friend Jude. Alright, lined up runway 31 here at the beach, folks. 6.5 plugged in on the altitude selector. We've got our flight plan sorted. We've got takeoff flap. We should have takeoff trim. Lee has his hands suitably positioned close to the controls to take over, I'm guessing, mate, in case this all goes horribly wrong. And I reckon there's a pretty bloody good chance of that. When you go outside, folks, and you have a look there's a windsock here somewhere. There it is. That's a pretty strong crosswind, folks. Short strip. Haven't flown this little aircraft for a while. Yeah, this Oh, this could go horribly wrong. We'll give it a shot though. We'll see how we go. Shall we do it, Lee? So we've got landing lights, all the lights are on. Everything else is good, mate, I think. Yep. Let's try and do this. First of all, we'll introduce some juice, hold the brakes for a bit. The standard beach departure. We're going to have to go full left aileron, I reckon. Full power coming in now. Full left aileron, plenty of right boot. How are we going? Full power set. Boot going to be required. Can we keep this on the grass? Oh, geez, that's strong. Full right boot in here, folks. Can he keep it on? 60 knots. We're going to rotate about here, Lee, just to get over the hedge, mate. Whee, look at that. Oh, that's good fun. That's sporty. Look at us yawing around the place. Sorry, Lee. I hope you've got those medical supplies well and truly secured, mate. I think we're going to be in for a bumpy ride. Oh, look, that crosswind felt like probably closer to 15 knots, but then when we rotated, it was about 10 or something like that. We'll take flaps up at this point. We're going to be, look at us going. We're going to make ourselves sick here, Lee. I hope you've dipped your hand into the medical supplies and there's something there for air sickness, mate. You're probably going to need it. Come back on the juice, about 92, something like that, and we'll take up our magenta. Oh, we're getting thrown around here. As we traverse the hills, sort of between here and Auckland, we will get thrown around. We'll sort of head around about 280, something like that. Initially, we'll intercept our track up towards Copper. Yeah, looking for about 90-95 knots on the climb. Great little aeroplane, this one, with the mod. And thanks once again to the mod author for this film. There'll be a link to it in the description, folks. Anyway, I'll get us up to 6.5. We are getting chucked around here. Up to 6.5 for the cruise. Beautiful day in terms of cloud. Just going to be a little bit choppy, I think, and I think we're going to meet a bit of a headwind as well. So it could be a long journey up to Kerikeri. So I hope that Jude has some patience. She's not known for that. But anyway, folks, about an hour's worth of flying to do up towards Kerikeri. I'll join you in the cruise and make up some more shit, and then for the approach segment, and we'll be done. Right, safely in the cruise, folks. 6,500. Slow journey. We're this is Greater Auckland, I think. Does this still qualify? Sort of to the northwest. The CBD of Auckland, somewhere over there. Yeah, beautiful day. Just a slowish journey. There's two blokes, two ruggedly handsome fellas, make the trip up to Kerikeri this morning. We look remarkably similar. We look almost related, don't we? Apart from the skin colour. Yeah. Anyway, everything's going all right. If a little slow. Ground speed ain't great. Well, it's 137. It's not too bad. We're tassing 140. So that headwind has been stronger than that. It's currently at 6 and 7s. 6s and 7s. That's kind of how most of my flights end up. But yeah, we're taking a leisurely fly up the North Island of New Zealand this morning, aren't we, Lee? Hey, you seem to be enjoying yourself, although you do look a little concerned. You can relax if you want. I say this to Jude all the time. You know, feel free to move your hands at some point. Feel free to just move at all. Any expression would be appreciated. Anyway, folks, what's happening? World of Flight Simulation. There's always stuff happening. There's always drama, isn't there? There's always new releases to talk about. I don't feature too many of them on the channel, do I? I'll take you back outside, give you something to look at. Isn't it beautiful? Hey, there's the sun. Look at that. What a view. Yeah, look, I don't get every new release. Forgive the birds for chiming in. They've just worked out that the old fellow's making a video. So they've got to be heard. Yeah, I don't get too many of the new releases. Occasionally I splurge, but get a bit expensive. You're trying to keep up with all the stuff that's happening, all the add-ons. There are some, in fact, there seem to be a whole bunch of content creators who seem to pick up every new aircraft and every new add-on, and I think to myself, if only I had your sort of coin to be able to do that. But I'm very, very selective in terms of how I spend my dollars here in the flight simulation game. So I guess this is a long-winded way of saying my apologies, but if you come to this channel looking for the latest and greatest, you're not going to find it. As my little dog decides that she also needs to chime in. I feel like I say this in most videos now, folks. Apologies, but I live with live animals, and they are with me. They are present in my life most of the time, and especially when I'm at the controls here making videos. Very, very difficult to control animals, and say, can you just be quiet while I do some flying? Doesn't quite work. As Georgie makes the turn, we finally reach Copper. K-O-P-P-A, Copper. That's the cool way of spelling a policeman here in New Zealand. I don't know that that's true, folks. I doubt that it is. I just make shit up. There was one thing I wanted to mention. What was that? I've been thrown. I really should do some more planning. I should take, I should have a script or an outline or something, shouldn't I? That was it. X-Enviro, that environmental engine thingy that was over in X-Plane, has found its way over to the world of the Microsoft Sim. Not received particularly well, I don't think. From what I can tell anyway, I have absolutely no interest whatsoever in picking it up. You won't see it here on this channel. But I think they want, what do they want, 40-something US for that? There's some doubt as to what it actually does and whether it actually improves the weather, which I think's pretty good here in the Microsoft Sim. I was never that impressed with it over in X-Plane. I never got it. You say, how could you not be impressed with it if you never tried it? Well, I saw enough videos of it, and I did my due diligence, and I thought, yeah, nah. Anyway, it's available in the Microsoft Sim if you want to try it out. Plenty noisy here, folks. It's giving me the shits, let alone my viewers. I'm going to pause it there. I'll see you for the approach. Alright, on descent, well and truly, folks. That's descent, not decent. As Lord knows, there is nothing decent about this channel, is there? Decency left home a long time ago in these parts. It's just hours and hours of this, folks, in New Zealand, and I say that as a compliment. Absolutely beautiful flying, little towns, rolling hills, lush green, and you've got the coast, you've got the mountains down on the South Island. It really is just a majestic place in which to commit a bit of virtual aviation. We are about 6 miles from touchdown in Kerikeri. I can't remember if I've actually been to Kerikeri before in the virtual sense. I definitely have not been there in real life. I just can't quite remember. I'm guessing that that's it out there in the distance, 12 o'clock, the town of Kerikeri. We've got a river to cross over, which is this one here. That'd be the Waitangi. I'm pretty confident in my pronunciation. The birds may not be as confident. My lord, they sense when well, how do they sense? What am I trying to say? Birds know when I'm speaking. There's no real sense. They just have to listen. There's no magic to that. They know when I'm talking to myself, and they're probably concerned for my mental health, as they should be. And I appreciate that, birds. I just wish you could be concerned in a quieter way, because there are moments where, oh, it's all happening. Now we've got the phone. Let me pause here, folks. Alright, Georgie's done a fantastic job. We'll get rid of him at this point. We'll give him a rest. Now, we should set up for a bit of a circuit here. We'll make a left circuit onto whatever this sort of southerly facing runway is here at Kerikeri, I think. Now that we've taken care of a bit of life requirements. Oh, I tell you, it's a challenge some days, folks. I have to abandon, I don't know how many videos I've actually abandoned completely. I'm not going to abandon this one. You're going to cop, I'm afraid, you're going to cop all the noise and the interruptions and all that sort of stuff. It is a simulator after all, folks. There's a pause function. You're allowed to use that. This is why, one of several reasons why I don't do live streams and stuff. It's just absolutely not possible, or certainly not practical for the old fella to do it, and I don't like the format either. That comes into it. Anyway, left downwind for runway whatever. I don't know what runway that would be. Probably 15 by the looks of it. At a guess. Here's Kerikeri. I don't know whether this is a custom freeware rendition of Kerikeri. I don't know. If it is, there'll be a link to it in the description, folks. I just don't know. I haven't done enough homework. We're going to take first stage of flat because we can. We've got ourselves slowed down nicely here. We're pretty well spaced here. Lee, hey, that's not bad, mate. We won't muck around here. We won't extend our circuit. We won't fly a 747 circuit here onto the runway. Get Jude her meds ASAP. That was Jude on the phone, folks. She asked me not to reveal details of the call, but I'm going to anyway because bugger it, she's not here. She's not here to reply. That was her calling me. Desperate for her meds, wondering where the hell we were, and I blamed Lee. The unexpected presence of Lee caused some delay, and she seemed to buy it. Just some of the random shit that I make up here, folks, on this channel. Everything's made up, and the points do not matter. We're slightly low, I think. We'll just continue that turn, I reckon. Around we come. 65 odd knots for the approach. We'll kind of roll out onto runway, is it 15 or 16, something like that. There we go. That's alright. We've done alright here, Lee. Runway 15 by the looks of it. Kerikeri, folks, New Zealand's North Island. See how we go. Can we plant it? Well, we're going to plant it. Can we plant it in a half-decent fashion? Let's hold off a little bit. A bit of centerline pride here. Hold off a little bit more. A little bit more. And we are on. Oh, almost centerline. Really no excuse there. Pretty limp sock here, Lee. Really limp other things too, mate. Just quietly. Appreciate your presence on board. Thanks, mate, for your company.
No worries.
And folks, thank you for your company in another video. This has been a bit of a desperate dash. Getting Mummy her meds here in the North Island of New Zealand. I hope that wherever you are in the world that you're safe and you're well, you're enjoying your simming, folks. Thank you to all recent subscribers. Welcome aboard. Great to have you. And we'll see you sometime in the future. Bye for now.